What was your target to get activated, like when you were going through this whole long process?
When we spoke about it a few months ago, we had kind of like a rough draft where we wanted to be back. And obviously that's fluid based on how I feel and how I respond. But we had conversations about it, talking to all the doctors and trainers and just figuring out that I'm in a good spot, and they decided to activate me.
Do you feel like this gives you enough time to be fully ramped up and ready to go week one?
I'm just going one day at a time. I can't really predict that right now. Just see the progress that I've made, over the last few weeks. So we don't know where it will end up, but I'm just trying to do everything I can to be back.
How excited are you just to get to this point?
No, it feels great. I was joking about it with the training staff earlier today, and on our cars they have like a date for like when you first started, and I looked on it was like 310 days consecutive of training, trying to get right. So it's been a long time, and I'm grateful to be back out there. I know I'm not all the way back practicing with everyone, but to get some inning today, I feel good.
What's it been like to rehab the foot, and is there anything you have to like keep an eye on, or not put too much weight or work on it? Like how do you balance that as you move forward here?
Yeah, it's a tough injury to come back for, especially for bigger guys, and obviously in your mind you want to be out there as soon as possible, but it always doesn't work like that. So I'm just trying to be grateful for what I do have and the progress that I've made, and continue to keep a positive mindset.
One has nothing to do with the other, Andrew, but you've had a couple of major injuries the last couple years.
Yeah.
Do you do anything different in your like? Are you constantly trying to figure out like, how do I stay on the field for 17 games? Is there anything I can do different, or you just chalk it up to like that's bad luck a couple times?
Yeah, just like you're a student of the game. Like I'm always trying to figure out how to take a better set or be a better run blocker. It's the same thing off the field. So just doing different things, trying to do new things. And it's hard to tell because the season's so long. There's so many factors that go into being healthy. But obviously I'm, trying to do my due diligence to be out there for all of them.
Andrew, you're a big piece of this team. What's it like from your teammates, the support you're getting?
Say it again.
The support you're getting from your teammates.
That's great. They've been amazing. Obviously, they would love to have me out there, but they're supporting me. They understand, what it's like, and I'm trying to be there for them as well.
Do you have like a practice rep count that you're trying to get to before playing in a game? Is it that specific, like what the plan looks like?
We haven't discussed that just yet. Like I said, just day at a time. Today was Indy, and I did some more running stuff on the side with the training staff. So I guess we'll progress from there and see how it goes.
How do you in your mind, you've done this before. You're not, you're not a rookie anymore.
Yeah.
You know what it's been like. When you get to a certain point, you almost run out of practices in the summer. So I would imagine that you were conscious of that, but you almost want to put it out of your head too, because you don't want to put yourself on a clock.
Yeah.
Is that a balance that's difficult to have, even if you know the reality of the situation?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think for offensive linemen, muscle memory is a real thing, but you're always trying to get better, and there's nothing like a full speed rep in practice or joint practice, preseason, whatever it is. So that's something that's hard to mimic, but like you said, if I focus on that and not necessarily my foot being healthy, getting reps and I'm not myself, won't help the team. So just trying to do my best to get back 100%.
Obviously, getting back for the preseason seems pretty unrealistic at this point. So what are your thoughts on, getting ready for the season without having the preseason available to you?
Just a day-by-day approach. Like I said, this is the most I've done in a long time today. I thought it went well today, so we'll continue to build. We haven't really discussed, weeks in advance yet, but I'm just doing my best to be ready when I'm ready.
I'm just talking about, does it matter to you that if you don't get any preseason stats, if you have to just go out there and prepare without it? Does it make a different approach?
Honestly, this is my first time experiencing this, missing training camp. I don't know exactly how I'll respond to that, but I'm just trying to take as many mental reps as I can. Like I said, there's nothing to replicate a full speed rep, full speed bull rush, and things of that nature. But I think if my body's healthy, I can react and be a good player.
Andrew, what are your thoughts on blocking for Russell Wilson? I don't think we've talked to you since he got here. Obviously, a guy who's in his career, he's made a lot of big plays by holding the ball a long time, which also leads to a lot of sacks. You're going to be on his blind side. What are your thoughts?
It's exciting. One of the best quarterbacks of our generation. He's won the whole thing before, so he knows what it looks like. And obviously, we have some talented guys around, and I'm sure he can get the ball to him. So it's exciting to have him there. He's brought great leadership and just that whole quarterback room. I think they've all done a good job early so far, but obviously it counts on game day, so we got to put it together. I think the offensive line has done a great job so far protecting the quarterback and opening up run lanes. We just got to continue to do that.
Great. How does the foot just feel right now? Like, can you tell you're coming back from something still, or is it 100%?
Yeah, so like a few months ago, like when I would go through a rehab day, like it would be sore continuously, 2-3 days after. The thing that's encouraging is I've been doing more each and every day, and I recover a lot better. So I think that's a good sign. There's obviously some soreness that you'll deal with, and speaking to the surgeons and things of that nature, say with this type of injury, that's something you just have to deal with, especially after the first year. Just trying to work through it.
During your rehab, have you been able to simulate anything close to the pressure of what your foot will absorb when you have to anchor?
I would say today was the first opportunity, doing individual, actually hitting somebody who's 300 pounds, working on double teams and things like that. Like I said, I haven't taken a full speed game rep, which I think is hard to replicate, but I think that was progress today. We'll keep building and see where it goes.
Have you talked to any bigger guys who've had this injury and how they recovered from it?
Yeah, I talked to Sean OHara about it because he had a similar injury, and it's the same thing. It's like I feel like everyone's surgeon is different, and they're, I guess, because it's like with the Liz Frank and where they put the screws in, that all matters. And for him, he told me that his broke, and it was different complications. So I think it's just a tough injury for bigger guys. He said it bothered him, throughout that next year, but just managing it, trying to stay on top of it with the rehab and stuff like that, the strengthening of the foot and the arch of things like that to make it through the season.
Where are you at in terms of like the playbook and all? Like I know the body has to catch up, but were you like active in meetings, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm always really engaged. Just trying to speak when I can to help out the younger guys, and I've been in this system for a minute, and there's always changes that Daves and Cat are making, trying to get the edge on people, but I understand the basics, and I kind of understand, my spot, so I think I'll be okay in that area.
Two rookies, Andrew, when you see what Abdul Carter's done on the field, are you like, I want my turn against him?
No, for sure. When you see someone that's talented, you want to go against that every day, and he's getting better. I think Charlie's done a great job with that whole outside linebacker room. I think everyone is taking the step, and that's better for us up front. We get to see that, every day. It's going to make us better.
And then Dart?
Oh, he's done a great job as well. I think he's been decisive, aggressive. He has a little swagger about him that I like, so hopefully he continues to progress.
How do you like what Jim Hudson's brought in? How does he feel him? He's kind of brought some intensity. Some of the guys have said, what have you like seeing him?
Yeah, I would say first the mentality that he plays with. I think as an offensive lineman, you need a little bit of that grit to you, and I think he definitely brings that. But super duper athletic. He can move any type of run block you need, cut off the backside, reach. Really good player, and I like what he's done for us so far.
Drew, you've seen the highs and lows here. It seemed like every training camp we'd always say to you, okay, what do you feel? What do you feel?
Right.
First, the feeling around the team from guys who've been here is that the vibe is different.
Yeah.
What's the vibe? What do you sense about where you guys are headed?
I think there's some truth to that. I think there's a lot of buy-in, but you really don't know the character of a team until you hit adversity. We've got to put it on film, when it counts. So I think we're moving in the right direction. But like I said, when we're faced with our opponent and adversity, that's when you'll see who we really are.
How about another rookie? How about Bo? What have you seen from him? He said he kind of picked your brain a little bit, but what are you seeing from him?
Yeah, Bo's doing a great job for us so far. Really athletic. He's always, has an open ear trying to learn, whether that's Jermaine or me or James. Just trying to get better as a player. He seems eager to learn. He has that same grit too that I was talking about with Hud before. Like he likes to finish blocks, and I think that's good.
What has it been like just going through two more these last couple of years? You basically established yourself as one of the top guys, and then you have these past two seasons, just like dealing with that mentally.
No, it's not easy at all. Obviously, I feel like when I'm healthy, I'm one of the best. But the best availability or the best ability is availability. So I'm trying to do my best to be out there for my teammates and for myself. I have goals of myself that I want to reach and my legacy. So I'm trying to do my best to reach those things.
During your rehab, was there one emotional low point?
I would say when I first got hurt, wasn't easy. It was very early in the season after being hurt the year before. It was tough, but had a good support system around me, my wife, my family, teammates and coaches looking out for me. And it was a little low at first, but then I just tried to change my mindset and look forward to getting better each day to get back when I'm ready.